You would have to travel to Italy to find a collection larger than this. Religious relics, statues, an experience of a lifetime. We're headed to St. Anthony Chapel. It's a one-tank trip. Back in the late 1800s, Father Mollinger, a Catholic priest from Belgium, migrated to Pennsylvania. Not long after, friends and family back in his home country began sending him the relics of saints to protect the artifacts from thieves.
People didn't really care about the relics, but wanted the reliquaries, the ornate things that they're held in.
The locals here in the Troy Hill area of Pittsburgh heard about this collection of relics.
Soon it became clear that people wanted to come and to see them, to venerate them, to pray in the chapel, and so he opened the chapel to the public.
Today, this shrine to saints is home to more than 5,000 unique relics.
As Catholics, we hold relics in great honor. They have no real power themselves, but they are pieces of bone or of hair of a saint. And so we come and we ask their intercession, we ask their help. And something about being physically near to them, we believe, just helps in creating that spiritual bond as well.
According to Catholic theology, there are 3 classes of relics.
A first-class relic is a piece of the saint's body. In the chapel, we have an entire skeleton of a saint. We have some skulls, but usually it's a small fragment of bone or hair. It also could be something related to the life of Jesus. We have a thorn from the crown of thorns. We have a piece of the table of the Last Supper was celebrated on, and a number of pieces of the cross that Jesus was hung on. A second-class relic is something typically that belonged to a saint. So it could be an article of clothing or a book or something that they would have used frequently. And then a third-class relic is just a piece of cloth that is touched to the relic of a saint, to a first-class relic that someone, again, just has for that nearness in creating that spiritual bond with the saint. So in this reliquary, there are 3 enamels that are painted, one of St. Joseph and the child Jesus, one of Jesus with the crown of thorns, and one of Our Lady. And then with them, there's a relic of the cloak of St. Joseph, the tomb of Jesus, and the veil of Mary.
And you might be wondering if there are any saints from this area.
There's actually 2 American saints who would have walked the streets around here. St. John Newman, who became the Bishop of Philadelphia, and then Blessed Francis Xavier Seelos, who ultimately moved to New Orleans. They were both Redemptorist priests. Blessed Seelos was the pastor of a parish just down the hill from here, purchased property for a cemetery right down the street here. And so we have his relic here. We have St. John Newman, St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, a number of American saints.
In addition to the wonderful collection of relics, this chapel also is home to many German-made, sizable, hand-carved statues.
So the first thing you see when you enter the chapel are these 14 Stations of the Cross, life-size and vibrant color, in the niches that were built for them. And then the front of the chapel is where most of the relics are housed.
Before you hop on the turnpike to head home, you might want to walk over to the chapel shop across the street. The first floor is a religious gift shop, and the second floor is a small museum dedicated to Father Mollinger.
He was just a fascinating man and a holy priest, and so just aspects of his life are on display there as well.
The St. Anthony Chapel in Pittsburgh is a great place to visit, and best of all, it's only a one-tank trip away.